Hey, this is Landon with 5 Key Homes. Today we are at 1026 Northcliffe Drive. We're going to be doing a roof inspection on this roof today. We're going to point out any problems that may be occurring on the roof and what we can do to fix those problems. So the first thing I like to look at is the gutters. Gutters do look pretty clean. There's a little bit of stuff in the end of them, but I think for the most part they're looking pretty clean. They are a nail-in style. They are aluminum gutter, but they're the nail-in style gutters. And they're having some issues. There's a lot of bending and bowing, as you can see right there. They don't look like they're pitched properly either. And then the other issue we're having, as you can see, is that there's no fascia board in here. And squirrels have definitely been building nests in all the soffit and fascia kind of all the way down. As you can see, there's a nest there. And it just continues all the way down the line. So I would definitely say there's probably going to be some squirrels and stuff in there. So these gutters would need to be pulled off. The fascia board would need to be replaced, and then new gutters installed. So we'll hop up here and see what's going on. As you can see, there's a lot of sealed up nail holes kind of sporadically all through the roof, and I'll show you a couple other spots. So it looks like the nails are pulling out, which means that most of the time moisture has gotten underneath the roof and made it to where the nails are rusting and popping back out. You'll also see a lot of lifted shingles like this, unsealed lifted shingles. And I can feel the nails underneath don't feel like they were shot down into the roof enough. So I can actually feel the nail heads, and that's kind of what's raising these shingles up. So like right here, see how you can see that's popped up? If you lift it up, the nail isn't driven down enough into the roof. So this is an install error. I would say the roof is definitely pushing 20 years old probably. I would say 15 to 20 years old for sure. A couple of things that make me think that is there's no ridge vents on this roof. There's not even any powered attic fans. It's just these 3 turbine fans for ventilation, which is definitely probably not enough ventilation for this roof. So as for the shingles, it's a 3-tab style shingle. It looks like an estate gray in color. And then it comes down to a flat roof over what it's either a sunroom or a porch. And that is TPO, which is like a commercial roofing product. So we have shingles, we have TPO. So for the most part on this side, the shingles aren't in like horrible shape. I would just say the install, whoever shot the shingles down on the front slope didn't have their nail gun the depth set enough. And that's what's causing the shingles to have raised parts in the center of the shingles and kind of warp them over time. So this shingled section right here, I'm sure is ice and watered underneath this. It does become very flat, but as long as you put enough underlayment underneath there to where that can make that not have any leaks, which seems to be the case, so it should be good there. This roof was racked, so as you can see, all the lines meet straight with each other. So this is a racked roof. You can just tell because it kind of zippers up, and you can kind of see where they started their rows. We'll come back over here to this side. I would say this is a steeper roof. It's about a 10 pitch. So we have right here, we have indications of hail damage. If you look and see all the dents in the top of this metal, this is an indication of hail damage. I'm not really seeing it very much on the shingles, but so that may have been the previous roof. This probably was still on there from the previous roof. So it could have been then, or the shingles have just held up really well. So that would be one thing to look at. Also, painting all of these will make them last longer. It'll also make them blend in with the roof a little bit, make it look a little newer or more finished. This pipe boot probably had a leak right here. It's a cast iron pipe. This pipe boot probably had a leak right here, so someone Henry wet patched all the way around it. This is a solution. Is it the best solution? No, I don't think so. It's kind of an ugly repair. And just changing the pipe boot is probably easier than doing that. So this is what a pipe boot should look like. This is the neighbor side. So instead of doing all that, you could have just put on a new pipe boot, and that would have done the, you know, fixed it as well. Chimney flashing all looks pretty good to me. There are some rust going on top of this turbine fan. It's also not spinning, so it's been jammed up somehow a little bit. It doesn't spin as freely as it should. So the other thing on here, we'll walk down towards this gutter. The other thing right here is the gutters in the back are very clogged, all of them. There's just a lot of tree coverage back here in the back, so having gutter guards on these gutters, since you know you would need to get new ones for the fascia boards to be put on, since you're doing that anyway, gutter helmet is a really good idea back here. Your roof is not too steep to do gutter helmet, and it will keep you from having to clean these gutters kind of ever. So that would be one thing I would highly recommend. That way you don't have to spend the money having people hop up here twice a year, 3 times a year to clean out all the gutters. So we'll walk over to this TPO section and take a look at this. So the TPO section down here looks like it was done, you know, maybe I would say this was probably done after this roof was built. I'm not sure if this is an addition or if this is just it's possible they did the roof at the same time, but because of this rolled roofing right here, my guess is this used to have rolled roofing on it, and they went back with TPO instead. Rolled roofing is what they did on this down here. This is a perfectly flat roof almost. It's a single slope, single pitch roof. So they rolled roofed this, which is fine. Now, this TPO roof will last a lot longer than a rolled roof will. It'll just hold up over time a little bit better. But again, the important thing on this is to make sure it stays clean. And all these gutters, so all these nuts that are in here weigh a ton. So this is definitely putting a strain on these gutters and definitely making it to where they can't function right. Again, we have dents and stuff all inside the gutters. The one thing I do notice though is there's a big divot right here in the corner in the TPO, so this would probably be something that needs to be cut out and repaired. Normally this indicates that you're having some kind of leak, so my guess is that water is able to get underneath this somehow, and it's kind of starting to rot the insulation board that's underneath this. So you can tell at some point they had these newer style, these are 6-inch gutters. They are aluminum, but they are nail-in still, so it was a while ago. But these were the original gutters on the house. These are steel style gutters. They're definitely rusting out really bad. And they're the trough, like the rounded trough style gutter. So I would just recommend that just replacing the gutters all the way around would be huge. Getting the new fascia boards underneath there so that squirrels and other critters can't get into the attic space. And then probably just a maintenance package, resealing any nail heads, painting all these pipes and vents to match the roof color. That would also include cleaning out all these gutters before the guys take them off to change them. Just makes their life a little bit easier so they're not pulling down full gutters. And fixing any of these exposed nail heads that we saw. So those are the big things. It doesn't look like they have any interior leaks or anything like that. And I don't see any like wind damage. All the shingles that are lifted up here are just lifted up because the nails weren't driven to depth. They were driven, the nail gun was set to where the nails weren't penetrating all the way down into the roof. So that's kind of what's causing those issues right there. Other than that, that's about it on this one. If you guys have any questions or anything, feel free to give me a call, 770-366-1330. Thank you guys so much. Have a great day.